Live from Thailand of all places. That's why no Money Monday this week. Instead, we're going to go ahead and cover the charts today, just looking at what craziness went on with my two favorites, SoFi and Palantir. They're just absolutely have been raging, making insane profits for every position that I've taken just because I bought them so low because I was using my Six Sigma strategy. By the way, any of this, not financial advice, just what I'm doing in the market. Could make some money, though, if you went ahead and you just looked into it yourself, did your proper due diligence, and made sure you bought the right stock at the right price. So we're going to go ahead and pop over to the good old Palantir chart. And as you can see, we broke above that zone. So like I said, Six Sigma isn't a perfect science. It can still go up. That's why it's not a red indicator. So it's not like a perfect you must sell now or you must buy now. But what I've noticed in the market is there's nothing 100% guaranteed in the market. You can always have irrational people buying irrationally, which causes all sorts of hype and spikes in price. Not good for a stock in the long term, but I'll take it in the short term because those $20,000 days, pretty dang good. Granted, unrealized gains, so it'll take a little bit while for the Palantir price to get to where it actually needs to be. Roughly, bear case, I'm seeing anywhere between 25 and 30. Now, huge bull case, one of them, just for instance, after running a calculator yesterday, is $128 eventually. Now, this is over the next 5 years. It's not going to be, oh, hey, tomorrow it's going to hit 128. You guys can go ahead and cash out and go buy your Lambo. No, this is basically Palantir is going to be on an upward trend for the next couple of years just because it's so well positioned in the AI market and has the possibility to compete with your big ones like Google and all of that, which is also why more than likely we saw this massive pop in Palantir because AI announcements were put out. You have profitability or you didn't have profitability. Right now we're looking at Google, which is probably what's pushing the market. So I'm looking more at this between these two zones now. So I'm looking at a 20.73 all the way down to that $19 zone. It'll probably come back down, test the top of that zone, and make sure that it is where the price needs to be. If it's not, it'll probably sell off more, which is fine because then that's discount season for all of us that want to buy more. Now, good rule of thumb from a couple of other content creators out there is 10% under the current 52-week high. Now that's 10% under what we're currently at, which is that 2029. So go ahead and you take 10% off of that. That gives you right down here between this zone. So, I mean, that's all a good area. So anything under this zone is all going to be discount. So I will be adding more position as that time goes, if it comes down to those levels again. And I'll absolutely love every second of it. We're only going to cover the weekly chart because not much has happened other than the spike above the zone. Now, popping over to SoFi, as you can see, we took a massive spike up, broke all of the zones, and that was all due to a good earnings report. And people absolutely FOMO'd and hyped into this thing like crazy, which is why we saw that massive run up to almost $12. That is insane. But as you can see, pre-market, we're coming back down to reality because you see this little thing right here? That's a gap. Gaps always fill. No matter what, gaps always fill. At some point in time in the future, they are going to go back to realistic levels. Now, as far as SoFi, I do see it dropping back down here, starting to play with between the $8 or $8.50 range all the way down to this $7.50 range. And maybe if we get lucky and we have the ability to, it'll get back down here to this $6 level. At that point, I'll be buying hand over fist. I'm going to accumulate as much SoFi as humanly possible just because that last earnings statement was just so beautiful. They met their projections. They had good statements. Like everything was just, it was firing on all cylinders, and I absolutely love it. It just got too hyped. It outran its value, and now it's coming back down to reality. Well, guys, that's going to be the two charts that I'm going to go ahead and cover because they're the two that are making me the most money right now. So if you guys like and share. Follow any of the other content. Go bash me on my prior statements on any of the other videos, because sometimes you're wrong in the stock market. But that's okay, because comments help the YouTube videos grow overall. And that is pretty much all we're going to cover on the charts today. So, all right, Cashflow crew, peace.